Más dilación.
So, without further ado, well, we're going to be very brief. We would like to present the 8th comprehensive march of La Desbandá. We've already done it 7 times. So, of course, we understand, we've realized that we would need 4 additional congresses to have time for the discussion and the debate. But in any case, we've been analyzing what we've been doing, and I've come to the conclusion that with this congress, we've opened the book of memory. This is a very long book. So this has been the introduction and the index. We've already had access to a lot of truth, a lot of knowledge about La Desbandá and everything that was linked to the war in Spain. Much more than we had before. But we are aware of the fact that we really fit in too many things into the agenda. We're sorry for that, but we need to respect the times allocated because we want everyone to have the chance to talk. So I'm going to talk about the march in general, present the general goals, and my colleague Ángeles is going to explain who this 7th March will be dedicated to. So, the data. For those who wish to participate in this march and have this intention, who intend to do that, to do several of the stages or all of them, well, I'd like to tell you that you need to hurry up because many people call us, many people, many women who wish to participate in the march this year. And we cannot organize a comprehensive march for 2,000 people. In the last edition, there were 3,500 people participating in one or several stages. So for those who want to do the complete march, I want you to know that in terms of infrastructure, to sleep, and in terms of food and everything, the maximum number of participants is 150. So for those people who wish to participate, you really need to do it during the first weeks of January when we are going to publish these information. We will open the march and you will open up the registry for this 7th edition of the march. And with regards to what Andrés Rebolledo was saying earlier on, it's true that the refugees who arrived to Malaga, there was this name in the mountain ranges of Ronda, of Córdoba, Seville, Cadix, and so on. Those people were called the Huillas. That's what happened before the great human river of La Desbandá towards Almería. This is why we've been paying a tribute to the Huillas for several years, because, well, of course, Desbandá is not the right term, and also because they have this other term, Las Huillas, and we've already done the Boque de Zafarraya last year, all the way to Periana in the Azarquia region. Also, we did another one the previous year in Seville. As a tribute to the people who had to flee from the southern mountains of Seville, fleeing for freedom. And this year, we are going to do this with the town councils on the 20th of January with the participation of 4 different villages. There will be 4 columns going from Arriate, Setenil, Alcalá del Valle, and Cañet de la Real to go all the way to the cave of El Becerro, where there is a survivor, Salvador Rosado, who couldn't be here yesterday because he's got some health conditions. And well, we're going to pay a tribute to him then in this village, Cueva del Becerro. And this is going to be a previous stage to pay homage, because my father was one of them. He left from the area of Ronda because he was going to be executed, and he left at midnight that night. And many thousands of people had to flee like he did. And this is going to be on the 28th of January, Saturday. You are invited to participate if you wish to. That's the first previous stage, and then there's going to be a second previous stage the day right before the actual march that will start in Malaga. So that will be for the people going from Cádiz, the mountains of Ronda too, and this will be in the Mijas area, where we're going to have a previous stage too, as a tribute to those women and men who walked all the way to Malaga. And next year we will also pay tribute to the not next year, but in 2024. During the 8th March, we will pay tribute to the people who came back to Teba. So we will do this segment from Campillo to Teba. And these are the two previous legs that we're going to organize, because we need to pay tribute to all the refugees. 100,000 as an estimate figure that were the refugees until on the 7th of February 1937, they all had to flee from Malaga. For those who don't know La Desbandá, we actually have 10 different legs covering the same itinerary, going from Malaga to Almería. So on the 2nd of February, we start off in Malaga. So first to Torre del Mar, Nerja, Almuñécar, then in Salobreña, we do that too. And someone might ask us, why that date? And that's because the core or key event of the march is in the Guadalfeo River, and there's a monument that was opened last year in the roundabout close to the Guadalfeo River, and we always have this key event of La Desbandá, and we want it to be organized on a Sunday, and this is why the first day of the march will be different depending on the year, and the dates change from year to year. This year, this will be dedicated to Matilde Landa and Modotti, and the women in general, because Tina Modotti and other women also worked very hard to save the lives of the Andalusians who walked all the way to Almería. We have two novelties here, two new things. We want to continue paying tribute to the survivors. And this is why this year we will have a small bus or a van, so that the survivors will be able to be with us during this march, but of course they won't be able to walk. They will have to be in that van. We also want to have young volunteers who will be with us on the road from Malaga to Almería, so that we can really work on the intergenerational coexistence. We've seen here some young people in the round tables, and the young people need to know the truth. They need to know our history, and that's our way of doing so. They need to get to know our hidden and forgotten history. So those are the new things in this 7th March. We are already working on that. As for the details of the march, we're still working on them. So we've also been pretty busy with the Congress, so we will have all the details ready by the end of the month of November, with the information about the different events that we do in the evenings, as we done in previous editions of the march. Well, I would just like to invite you all to participate, those who can do it, those who have time for it, or those who wish to. I must also say that many people take some days off from work to be able to do this march, to walk the march with us. So people who take days off work, part of their holidays, they do that during these days, well, to pay tribute to the thousands of victims and to, do the march and walk the march. So we don't have much time left, so now I am going to give the floor to my comrade so that she will explain who we are going to be paying tribute to. My name is Ángeles. I'm the second vice president of this association. Hello, everyone. As Rafa just said, he's referred to several items that are going to be very important in this march, in the edition of the year 2023. And one of the goals we have this year is to work on the visibility of La Desbandá women. So Maria, Teresa, those women who were victims but at the same time were heroes, we would like to acknowledge their role in this tragic road, on this tragic road. So we're going to work on the recovery of Tina Modotti, who was a journalist and a photographer, and Matilde Landa. Both of them collaborated with the International Red Aid, and we want them to make their figures visible, to make them known, and also acknowledge what they did. This morning we had an extraordinary contribution. I've learned so much this morning about everything that was done, the humanitarian and political contribution of women throughout history. And I think we really need to really have this female approach, and that's all, dear comrades.
¿Bien? Sí, bueno, he sido tan rápido que me he dejado algunas cosas, como me decía la compañera.
Well, I tried to be really fast, but I forgot to mention some of the important things. We have a very ambitious project for the Malaga to Almería road. Last year, I don't know if you're aware of that, but the Spanish Parliament declared this road a site of memory. And we always stop at each of the historical spots where the most important massacres took place on the road. So the first project that we are going to do is from January on. We are going to have a specific text with information about the number of people who died there and the massacre that took place at each of these spots. There are 27 spots that have been identified, and we are going to add their information and signs specifying the spots, explaining and giving information about that, so that those people who would like to walk the road At any other time of the year, we have also the information on our website with memory spots of La Desbandá. This, so that anyone can walk the road at any time on their own. So we are going to continue working with these signs that are going to be put up with the information at those specific spots of memory, and also we are going to work with the Mountain Association of Andalusia, and we do this with the E92, the European Trail, and well, this is, you know, with the different signals, and it can be followed very easily, and we're going to add additional signs, and we're going to add the specific signs for the Desbandá. Some of them are already there, but we need to add that to some of the spots on that trail. And these are very immediate projects. Everyone knows very well the trail to St. Jack's. And we want everyone to know about this too. And we want to give the information to anyone who would like to walk that trail. The Way of St. James is known all over the world. And we want to prepare something similar for the road from Malaga to Almeria for La Desbandá, with information about where to sleep, where to eat, everything. And this will soon be ready.
Si alguien quiere...
So if anyone wants to make any questions or somebody who needs more information, we're here for you.
En la integral empezamos en Málaga, en la Alcazabilla empezaremos el día 2.
We're going to start from Málaga in La Alcazabilla. And we will stay around the area the night before, but we will give all the details in the website. So thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Tú en coche, sí.
Yes, by car.